Okay, now we showed up and we're gonna do some action shooting with these gentlemen. They're gonna teach me how to shoot a pistol, and we're gonna try to be real fast and smooth. But this is for what action shooting is, and you guys compete in what association?
USPSA, the United States Practical Shooting Association.
And we're gonna learn how from the Army Marksmanship Unit, old school. See how little Dale knows.
Yeah, so we'll show you guys what we do in a match. We're going to run in through some stuff we do every day just to stay real sharp. Some people call them fundamentals. We call them just we need to be really good at. It's a simple task. So he's going to do some draws. He's going to shoot multiple targets. He's going to hit a reload for you. We do everything off the clock, so the time matters. We don't have any sort of redos or an alibi, or we can't do it over again. So that one run is what matters. So we'll go ahead and roll into it. Go ahead and get up in there. Everybody wants eyes and ears for this. So your average, like your law enforcement, a lot of your really good dudes, even with a pistol, I'll give them a lot of credit. They can draw the gun in, 3 seconds or so from a holster, and typically hit what they're shooting at, which is really good. We strive to be a little bit faster than that. It's always harder to be fast than accurate. But we got to be both. Both are equally important with the pistol. But anyways, we'll get him warmed up real quick. He's just going to shoot a bullet on the middle target there real quick. We'll see what he can do. One draw here. Nice and simple. This is a really important part of the stage here. I'll show you a stage here in just a minute. You ready? Yep. All right, here we go. All right, so that was a 1.53. So 1.5 seconds. That's a pretty good example of a nice clean draw. Let's see if he can do that again. So 1.53. Stand by. No big deal. So he's a little bit faster there. 1.2. So he's a couple tenths, 3/10 faster on that. See if he can do something a little bit better than that. Stand by. There we go. Now we're at 1 second flat from the holster. And he got his dot and he shot one round. One more time there. You ready? Yep. Stand by. There we go. So that was 0.8 of a second there, and didn't really look like he coughed too much at all, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this drill is Bill Drill's famous drill. A lot of people know about it. He's going to shoot 6 rounds as fast as he can. It's a really good drill to see how well you're controlling the gun. You can see the behavior of the gun really well.
Yes, sir.
You're shooting it as fast as you can to keep a controlled standard, which is right in the middle of that target. All right?
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Stand by. So that was 2 seconds from the holster, 6 rounds. He had him 9/10 of a second for first shot. So that's a pretty good example of a healthy Bill drill there. So
wow.
Now he's going to do 3 targets there, 2 on each, 2, 4, 6. And this kind of showcases all of it all at once, but now he's got to keep the gun on each target without missing. He's getting his eyes to the next target before the dot gets there, so he's starting to process a little bit more now. All right, multiple targets. Stand by. All right, so that was the same time. He shot 3 targets, 6 bullets in 2 seconds. All right, from the holster. So the gun's gonna run out of bullets eventually, right? So he's got to hit a load. All right, that's a big part of our game. We reload on the clock. So if you mess up a load or whatever, it's on the clock. The clock keeps ticking. So he's got to hit a load. So he's gonna do that same thing. He's gonna go 2, 4, 6. He's gonna reload the gun, shoot 2, 4, 6. So shoot 12 rounds with a reload from the holster.
Yes, sir.
All right, stand by. All right, so that was 4 seconds. So he had a 90 reload, 9/10, and he had about a 90 first shot. So 4 seconds. So 12 rounds with a load from the holster in 4 seconds. And that's just like our daily diet. You really want to have that in the bag before you go to the match. It really puts us out ahead of a lot of people. It's just the basics. Just mastering the basics is the name of the game.
Yes, sir.
So a lot of people, they want to move on to the advanced stuff, but the real advanced part is mastering the basics.
You bet.
This gun right here with these bullets, I can shoot we had a paster laying around somewhere. It's about 1 inch by 1 inch. I put that at 25 yards and I can put them all in that paster.
Wow.
So that increases our
Super accurate.
our hit factor.
Kind of like that.
At 25 yards?
25 yards, I can put 5 of those in there.
Dang. What is the second one? What is that, 20?
Oh,
that's
that's probably about 18 yards right there.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more accurate they are, the better it is. You know, the less your hit factor goes up.
Yes, sir.
You know, you wouldn't bring a Prius to a NASCAR race, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
All right. Well, look, I'll show you what a stage looks like. This is a really good example of a USPSA stage. So we can't shoot outside the box. If we shoot out like this, we get a penalty. All right?
Yes, sir.
And this thing's real bad. So we have to shoot inside the box. All right. He can start anywhere he wants. Our game is real special because, again, we get one run. We don't get any alibis. If your gun doesn't work, it's your problem. And that's it. You know, like your Bullseye and your Bianchi and all them, you know, they can redo it. They shoot the same gun, the same target, the same time, the same range. So they don't have quite the processing going on.
Yes, sir.
Or the stress. When this thing goes off, it don't stop until the last shot. So he can shoot it any way he wants, and it's always different. So this is a really good example of a stage. So he's got 2 there, 1 there, 3 over there. An activator. It's going to fall and trip that rope. Now we got a moving target. He's got another static target there. And the fastest man to shoot it all without missing wins the game.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
What we look for in a stage essentially is efficiency, right? So it wouldn't make any sense for me to start in the middle, shoot some stuff, run over here, shoot some more stuff, and then run all the way back over there.
Yes, sir.
So we like to keep shooting the whole time. So I'm going to start on this side and end over there and never have to come back.
Yes, sir.
there's a lot of strategy to it, but so we go back and we teach the operational units quite a bit, and they're all over this kind of stuff because it's kind of dynamic and it's never the same. We do a lot of shooting on the move, and we can bring that to the teaching realm. The guys up at Bragg, they love shooting on the move and shooting itty bitty hard targets and stuff like that. So we have a lot of, I guess you could say, relevancy with them for training purposes. So we do a fair amount of that, and half the time we'll go up there and they want to shoot stuff like this, and it's pretty interesting teaching folks like that are going to keep us safe, but then we can kind of bring these skills and help them.
Yes, sir.
So, what do you think he's going to shoot this in? Just off the cuff.
I was gonna say it's 12 rounds.
Yeah.
In Bianchi Cup, they get 6 seconds for 6 plates at 10 yards. So it's 12 rounds. He has to move all around. So if you use Bianchi math, it's probably around like 14 seconds.
Oh, I was going to say 25.
25?
25
Okay,
seconds.
that's fair enough. Stand by. What do you think?
It's a lot quicker than 25.
That
What was I
uh,
thinking? 25 seconds.
Yeah.
So that was 5.8
That was
seconds.
like, yeah.
Gave me a big buffer though. If I messed it up, I was like, hey, still wait 25.
So he did all that in 5 seconds.
I see what you mean. So I thought he was going to have to come around here, shoot these 3, then go. Of course, that would have only added maybe 2 or 3 seconds.
Right. So the main takeaway, just speaking just plain as I can, is he shot while moving
Yes, sir.
as good as he could. It
Yes,
makes
sir.
us really efficient. But that skill set's a little difficult to do again and again and again. Somebody might hook up once or twice, but we like to do it where we can every time. So
Yes, sir.
That's what sets us apart as far as time and whatnot. But if you think about it, what he had to process in 5 seconds from the holster to finish, his mind's pretty high speed right now as far as processing. Calling shots, because he's going to know if he misses a shot, he's got to make it up. If he misses a steal, he might be too far, he might have to come back. There's
Yes, sir.
different scenarios that might happen. So,
Without getting too mathy on you, as we shoot hit targets, we accrue points. If we're not shooting, essentially moving, we're losing points.
Yes, sir.
So when we shoot on the move, we can accrue points and move at the same time, getting to the next place we need to be. Therefore, getting the most points and winning the match.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
crazy.
can see his hit. So you got to have 2 on each paper.
Yes,
all right?
sir.
So he's got 2 alpha there, 2
I shot an
alpha,
Alpha
Charlie,
Charlie there
alpha
and
Charlie.
Alpha
So he's
Charlie.
2 points down. At a max stage, this would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 points available on this stage. So he shot 57 points.
Each paper is worth 10 points, 1 shot per hit,
Yep.
or I'm sorry, 5 points per hit, 10. The steal has to fall for it to score, and it's 5.
Yes,
And then
sir.
the point shot divided by the time gives you a hit factor. So whoever's got the highest hit factor wins the match.
I got you.
Yeah,
A
so
lot of
time-
math, but we got computers to do that for
Yes,
us. They're
sir.
just like, good time, good to go.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
sir.
time is equally as important as the hits.
Absolutely.
So if you wanted to beat him in this run at 586 down 3, you'd want to, let's just say down 3 at 486. You'd be a little bit better than him.
Yeah.
So, does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping I could be able to do it in under a minute. So that's fine. I'm kind of like P.I. and Lonesome Dove. It's hard for me to hit if I ain't got time to take careful aim.
You get used to it. It's like anything, if you do something a lot, you get better. I mean, that's the best
Yes,
way
sir.
to sum it up,
Yep. Pull this back. There you go. Let it go. There you go. It's hot, ready to go. Your safety's right here. So the gun's on safe. Trigger won't work. Down. Now it's hot, ready to go. There you go.
That is a really light trigger.
I told you it's a cheater gun, man. But you feel how that gun has more recoil essentially than Joel's did
Yes,
over
sir.
there. So that's the difference between kind of the two sports.
I thought that was a 45 over there, and I was like, man, that's got no kick.
Yeah.
Like I was ready for. I just looked like the same gun.
Sure. Yeah, it's a 9mm bullet with a little bit longer case.
Yes,
So
sir.
it gives us a lot more options with loads. But that's basically 9mm what he's shooting. This is a hot rod 9mm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wear them out, man. Shoot it.
Later D. There you go.
I kind of leaned forward a little when
That's all right. That's all right.
on that drive.
You got any interest in wanting to shoot the stage?
Oh, sure.
All right.
Wait. Stand by. There you go. What do you think? That was 1497.
14.
Not bad, not bad.
The trigger, though. The trigger is so light. That's wild.
It kind of looks like a 45, 40. It looks like any gun you could buy off the shelf. But you start taking that thing apart, and that's where we talk about NASCAR, right?
Yes, sir.
The only thing on the outside, it looks like a normal Ford or a normal Chevy, but there's nothing normal about it.
Yes, sir.
You pop that thing off, and there's been I don't know how many hours of work
All of them.
go into that one. All the hours.
Yeah, so they fit
All the
these-
hours.
They're fitted really tight, especially his. It makes them a lot more accurate when they're tight. Not loose and shaky. You don't hear nothing rattling or anything. Like a stock gun, especially like a Glock or something, they're super loose. The chamber's real loose. They're not near as accurate. But in the game, you want something super accurate and super reliable.
Yes, sir.
So there's no room for malfunctions, and there's no room for guns shooting all crazy. So,
Yeah, when the action and the time matters, right? Having some trust in that gun shop and the machine work and the work that they put into the pistol is paramount out there, because they make up.
Oh, okay.
We talk about the individual sport, but that team behind them, he's got
Yes,
that whole
oh yeah.
custom firearm shop is in there, creating that piece of machinery for him that doesn't fail him while he's out doing his business here.
That's insanely different than just a normal pistol.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.